Why are women judged based on keeping a man?
Patriarchy.
So I'll ask this question before you get into that. Is a woman's purpose on this earth to be a mother and a wife?
My opinion or the general consensus?
Like, do both, whichever one you want
My
to tackle
opinion?
first.
My opinion, absolutely not. It reduces women down to too much. To only two things, and that's ridiculously crazy. We're not two-dimensional beings where we can only do two things. I don't like the fact that that's the thing. I think that also goes to show how far we still have to go in regards to looking at women as any level of being any type of equal to men, because they're judged on more than just two things. They can have the family and the career and the money in the bank and the vacations and the good job, all that crazy crap. But women, if you're not a mother and or wife, you have failed as a woman, and it's complete and total BS in my opinion. Now, what society says, unfortunately, they still say if you're not a mother and a wife, then you have failed as a woman, and you better do it by the time you're about 30, because beyond that, you crazy, there's something wrong with you, you must not be able to have children, you've wasted your years, all of the crap that they say. So my opinion, no, it should not be that way. Me understanding how society views it, unfortunately, they still view it that way.
But you said something that that's the only two things that women should do. I don't know exactly what you said, something like that.
Society says that those are the only two things. Like, if you're not, the only two things that shows you were successful at being a woman is to be a mother and a wife. If you don't have those, then you weren't a successful woman.
Yeah, that is how society is. But would you say that's the main purpose of women, to be a mother or wife?
What society says, yes, that's the only purpose for women, is to be a mother and a wife.
Well, I'm asking you personally, would you think
No.
that's not the main purpose either?
No,
Okay.
I don't think that's the main purpose.
Well, Siobhan, if you can speak.
I can. I was waiting my turn.
You are a mother and a wife, so I was wondering definitely what you think.
Neither happened on purpose, but here we are. I think that from a societal standpoint, we like to reduce people to things we understand, right? Women get reduced to the sum of their attachments, i.e., husbands, kids, things of that nature. So they get reduced to being caretakers in whatever sense they mean, whereas men get reduced to the sum of their income levels, right? Mm-hmm. Because once the kid is born, you don't hear a celebration of this person as a father. You hear the celebration of what he does at work. You hear his value based on how much he earns or what he has created in the world of business and what he contributes to the capitalistic society. But outside of the cigars at birth, you never hear about the impact this man makes on his children. And even if you look at the way male teachers have been looked at, it's changing now. But if men are educators and they're not professors, they don't get the same respect, because they expect men to be college professors because those are supposed to be like the highest intelligence, right? The highest level. That's what the women handle, the easy stuff.
Oh, somebody.
Oh, that was me. I didn't realize the alert was still on my computer. And he just texted me. But It's too
Siobhan's
much.
going through some stuff.
We
Whoever's
having problems
listening, not watching the
today.
video.
Yeah, it's too much going on. But whereas, so yeah, like they're supposed to be like the upper echelons, right? Men are supposed to contribute to the rearing and the growing of children. They're supposed to direct the adults. Whereas women aren't supposed to direct the adults, they're supposed to grow the children and then hand them off when they get to be a certain age. That's why the thing is always, you go from your father to your husband.
Right.
The men direct the adults, the women raise the children. That's how our society goes. Do I think, I'm not gonna say it's right or wrong, right? If your ultimate goal is to be a wife and mother, live your life. I think it becomes an issue when you walk up to every single woman, when you gonna get married, when you gonna have kids. First of all, it's none of your goddamn business. Secondly, you don't know what they may be going through. And even if they ain't going through shit, maybe they just don't want kids. And that's a right that they have. And I think that's the part that we need to acknowledge, that women do have the right to decide they don't want to get married. They don't want to have kids. That don't mean they're unhappy people. That don't make them any less of. Maybe her goal in life is to get her coins and just travel the world. The goal doesn't have to, because a lot of people make marriage and kids the goal, but don't do the work to get there. They don't do the work on themselves to have a lasting marriage. They just want to say they got married. They don't do the work on themselves to correct the things that fuck them up growing up so that they don't fuck up their kids. They just want to say they got kids. That's why, like, people act like it's a feat if you graduate high school when you had kids young, instead of saying, oh, we failed this child because we didn't teach proper sex ed, so they didn't have kids young. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to romanticize childbearing and childbirth and child rearing without acknowledging what it really is. Like, I see this a lot, because here and there, somebody will try to add me to one of those mom groups on social media, which I absolutely fucking refuse to be a part of. But you'll see a lot of, you shouldn't complain. Children are a gift. They're a blessing. God bless you. And it's like, well, children are also assholes. And you have the right to say that. Kids are dicks. And they don't mean to be. They just don't know no other way to express their emotions. It is what it is. You have the right to say, my kid was a jerk today and worked my last fucking nerve. Doesn't make you less of a mother if you say that. Dads don't get that because dads are fun. They come in from work, take you to the park. Y'all get all the fun shit. Y'all don't have to do the disciplinary shit because that's not how dads are raised. Their dad didn't do it. They don't think they got to do it. Dads come in from work. They do the fun shit at the house. Even a married mother is a single mother if you really get down to it, because mothers do all the hard shit. Yeah,
I wouldn't say that though.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, you have the financial support of a two-parent household. But if you're a stay-at-home mother, you're doing all the kid shit, plus the house shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still doing the same work of a single mother. You just don't have to go to work. So that's slightly less on you. Like, take that back. You're not working outside the house. Not that you're not working, because you're still doing all the shit in the house. Yeah, you don't have the financial burden of a single parent, but the workloads are the same, because we're not about to act like anybody's there. Because even this nigga that living here don't come home from work and automatically think, let me grab the kids. She's had them all day. Men don't think like that. They don't. If you don't specifically tell a man what you want him to do, he's not gonna think to do it.